Adopting the plan draft editing principle. I would like to give you an example in the planning, drafting, and editing step by step. 1. Planning that you write. You must first plan what you want to write about, what you want to convey. 2. Drafting. When you have finished planning and have a goal to write, so that the article will not go wrong, you have to draft them before you put it right in the actual article. 3. Editing. You need to review the article you previously drafted to check for the incorrect words. Article first. It may change the meaning of those articles. And I have a tip. I recommend for friends to use something accordingly. Defining your goal. 1. Connects you with recipients so you can become people instead of term documents. 2. Making you stand out from the competition in a positive way. Regardless of skill, abstain your work experience and interest from the company. 3. Persuade recipients that your resume is worth reading. 4. Show that you understand the job and company so as not to compete with the company or an appointment. And the last one, 5. Set up people to check your qualification with good ideas.
Defining your audience. As part of your planning, you need to anticipate people's reaction to both your content and writing style. So begin with the usual. Write down what you already know about the person. How old, male or female, occupation, married, single, religion group, education, what degree, social and economic position. Psychographic factors are important to interest in creating customer profiles, to understand and manipulate consumer buying, lifestyle, values and beliefs, opinion and attitude, interest, leisure and volunteer activities. Factors that reflect someone's positioning, personality, and into professional background and experience, position in the organization, leadership style, prefer communication style, in-person, brief or detailed, write messages, telephone, texting, PowerPoint, Facebook, or other social media. Approach to decision making. Information prevalent, broad version, in-depth, statistics and numbers, charts and graphs. Try of thinking, statistic based or idea based. Weakness. Try of people the person like, feels comfortable with and respect, and reverse. Sense of human, personal, passions, hobbies. Writing, we must know the difference in each age in order to write correctly according to the characteristics of those who will lead during that age. Generation gaps, understanding and leveraging them. Baby boomers born 1946 to 1964 are highly competitive and define themselves by achievement. Many are workaholics. Communication style, good with confrontation and face-to-face, like the telephone, email, and detailed information. Get information from newspapers and television. Many use Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. React badly to younger people's perceived lack of respect, low commitment level, arrogant about their own superior technology skills. React well to a can-do attitude, willingness to work hard and overcome obstacles, respect for their achievements and knowledge. Generation X, born 1965 to 1980. They are often middle managers and must translate between those they report to and those who report to them. Communication style depend on email, preferably short and efficient. Would prefer to skip meetings. Comfortable with new technology and social media. React badly to autocratic, unappreciative managers and air of entitlement from subordinates. React well to resourcefulness, dependent sense of responsibility, attention to detail, good communication. Millennials or Generation Y, born 1981 to 1996, belong to an especially black generation and face strong competition but fewer opportunities. Communication style digital all the way. Prefer to interact, texting, instant messaging and social media, especially Facebook. React badly to lack of respect, insufficient encouragement, being equipped to work with own technology. React well to causing opportunity to learn and grow. Generation C, born 1997 to 2010. They are the first true digital natives and use their smartphones for all information, entertainment, and communication, but few phone calls in social media. They prefer the ephemeral Snapchat and Instagram. Storming the best content for your purpose. A quick profile of Mark Zuckerberg rewards a few characteristics to work with. He wins people who have insult him. He does not allow strangers to look down. Mark never cares about everyone's look down or insult that he can't. Mark do what he loves and love what he do. Mark doesn't give opinion to those around him, closing the door for his creatively. Writing the group and strangers. Should profiling someone who knows is relatively easy. Show the same ideas covered in the preceding section apply to groups or strangers. Use imagining for writing. Imagining your leaders. When writing, you may not to build a somewhat indirect response to some of the questions you anticipate from leaders like I'm really nice person.
Making people care. Any message you send must be well crafted and fluent, regardless of the medium or format. Connecting instantly with your reader. The opening paragraph of anything you write must instantly hook your readers. The best way to do this: 1. To link directly to their central interest. 2. to link directly to their concerns within the framework of your purpose. Example: the teacher wrote a letter informing students about the exam. The example 1 and example 2 are different. Example 1, you will see that the subject line doesn't cover the teacher's purpose. Focusing on what's in it for me, figuring out what's going to interest your reader often take a bit of thought to make people care. 1. Be able to answer the question yourself. Why should they care? 2. When you get the answer, bring it to headline. 3. Must write to tempt the readers. Example: headline of TV sale. Example 1 and example 2 are different. Example 1 don't show product future. Example 2 you will see is show product future in the headline. Example: headline of TV sale. Example 1 and example 2 are different. Example 1 don't show product future. Example 2 you will see is show product future in the headline. Highlighting benefits, not feature. Benefits have more to do with feelings and experience than actual data. 1. Feature describe characteristics such as query describe the characteristic of the product and service. 2. Benefits are what feature give us. 3. The reason for business writing is clear, such as focus on the impact and cover the space. 4. Give reader vision, such as making people believe the future will be better in some way. 5. Eliminate meaningless hyperbole, such as avoid exaggeration and speak directly to the point or purpose you want to convey to your audience. Tip: tell your audience in terms what your idea, plan, or product accomplishes in ways they care about. Proof comes in many forms: statistics, data, survey, promotions, biography, social media followers and like, and video and audio clips. Figure out how to track your success and prove it. This thing makes
Choosing your written voice tone. Presentation tenor often states of the meaning of a spoken message is communication 55% by body language, 33% by tone voice, and 7% by the words. Written message come without body language or tone of voice. One result is that humor in British message, particularly of irony, is risky. Written tone results of a combination of word choice, sentence structure. You will probably receive messages that let you upset, angry, sometimes even closer text doesn't explain that emotion. Aligning tone with occasion, relationship, and culture. Pause before writing and think about the nature of message. Obviously, if you're communicating bad news, you don't want to sound cheaper and cheery, just face-to-face situations. The mood embedded in your writing are contagious. If you want an enthusiastic response, write with enthusiasm. If you want to welcome a change you are announcing, sound positive and confident, not fearful. Especially careful if you're writing to someone in another country.
most countries to more formal form communication than America. Writing as your authentic self. Authentic means straightforward, honest, and trustworthy. Charity is always a goal post. This absolute holds true even for materials written to impress. A proposal making brochure not sounding pompous and weighty. Smiling when you say it. Smiling facially affects your thought and vocal cord, and your tone voice. You sound friendly and cheerful. Nobody likes to get negative message that put them to the defensive. The best way to control your tone is to let emotion land in, even at 10 minutes. Wait and make difference. Overnight is better. If possible, when you come across as logical, reasonable, positive and cheerful is even better. Using relationship building technique. Just about everything you write is a chance to build relationships with people as well as peers, customers, suppliers, and members of your industry. As with one awareness that building relationship is always one of your goals, push your gen step ahead. Ask yourself every time you write how you can improve the relationship with that individual. A technique available to help.
Showing active caring and respect. Business email and letter that get right down to business seem cold. Beginning greeting or formal letter writing may be called for in many cultures. If you overlook this formality and other signs of respect, you can lose point before you even begin. The importance of culture. You don't need to be obsession to an exclusive higher of the chain than you are. Thus often you should be more formal, no should condescend to those louder down. Consider, for example, Terry, I need you to research consultant was specialized in cultural change and send me 10 names tomorrow. Thanks. You can tell Terry he needs your help. You see old colleagues at surprise meeting for tomorrow afternoon to discuss ideas for making same organization change. I didn't like to be ready to describe some consultant we might call on. Can you do the groundwork be morning and came up with 10 possible specialists or opposites? Is very much thanks. Personalizing was your what? They save an important purpose. They personalize the interaction to better fit the stage. For a business conversation, some test questions you can use to make your writing feel warm are also best the way you translate between different cultures. For example, situation like, "Hi, John," sets a less formal tone. Then, "Dear John," starting with just the recipient name. John, informal to the point. If you're writing to someone in a more formal country than your own, a formal address such as Mr. Charlie, Mrs. Brown, Dr. Jones, General Frank may be called for. In many cultures, if you overlook this formality and other sign of respect, you can lose points before you even begin, or not even get the chance to begin. And the truth is any culture creating a sense of caring or at least interest in the other person gives you a much better context within which to translate business. If you thought about your audience when planning who to write, you can easily come up with simple but effective personalizing process to frame your message. Framing message with you not I emblem this basic concept. People care infinitely more about themselves, their problem, what they want, that they do about you. This simple sounding premise has important implications for business communication. Example: the principle works for everyday email, letter, and online communication too. For example, where you receive a customer complaint, instead of saying, "We have received your complaint about," and you're better off writing your letter explaining your disappointment with our product has been received. Or much better, "Thank you for writing to us about your recent problem," which when you look for ways to use the words you're more even implicitly, the first sentence of the last piece omits the you and correspondingly decreases the use of I and we. You put yourself on the reader wavelength in the case of the new templates. Your readers care about how the product can help them, not that you are proud of acquiring it.